Hi, I'm Will Banthorpe and I'm here today to do a straight back tutorial of rings with Gym Club Solutions. Before attempting a straight back dismount, make sure your gymnast is comfortable swinging on the rings to a good height, nice dynamic and high swings, and has also mastered a tuck back somersault dismount. We do have other videos of the tuck back somersault, so please check through the other videos to see if you can pick up some good tips on teaching a tuck back somersault before undertaking this straight back. So first of all, we're going to talk about some progressions that we can do down on the floor. Then we are going to move up onto the higher rings. We're going to talk about how to pull on the rings so your straight back somersault lifts up. We're going to talk about the importance of throwing the rings to the side so that the gymnast doesn't get caught in the rings. And then we're going to look at how to support the complete skill. So the first progression we're going to do is down here on the floor, and we are going to do a 3/4 backward roll to handstand. But instead of the traditional straight arm position, we're going to use a bent arm position, because this is how we're going to pull the rings before we press back. So it's a 3/4 backward roll towards handstand with a bent arm press, and all you should see on the floor is the gymnast's knuckles and palms. To support, I'm going to have one hand on his closest hip. My second hand is going to reach underneath as the gymnast rolls and take his second hip just to help lift him up towards the 3/4 handstand position. Nice. Okay, so now moving on to the rings. What we are going to do, the gymnast is going to cast out into one swing, and then as he swings to the front, we're going to try to recreate the position we did over on the floor into the bent arm 3/4 handstand. So the gymnast is going to pull in on the rings to lift the body up, but making sure he pushes back on the rings also to open his shoulder angle, but without letting the chest and the head lift out. Now, top tip here for supporting is make sure the height of your rings is just above the height of your head. So if your gymnast does decide to put the rings out to the side or throw the rings to the side, it doesn't hit you straight in the head. So for support, one hand is going to go on the back of the gymnast's neck, second hand on their lower back, just to help lift them up to the shoulder stand. The one that's on the hand that's on the back of the neck is just going to push on the bars, just a push on their neck to lift, to make sure that they open the shoulders and push back into the rings to create that nice lift of the straight back somersault. So the final important part of this straight back is, after the gymnast pulls and opens the shoulders to create the height, is to ensure that the gymnast throws the rings away to the side to make way for the body to pass between the rings without contacting or hitting into the rings. So a big pull back on the rings, open shoulders, throw the rings to the side to allow the gymnast to rotate freely between the rings. Support for the straight back, exactly the same as the swing to shoulder stand. One hand on the back of the neck, one hand on the lower back. As we lift the rings, as we lift the gymnast into the somersault, we release the gymnast, and we can then adjust our hands to catch front and back for the landing. So that completes our ring straight back tutorial. Hope you found it useful. Remember, big pull back on the rings before thrown out to the side to create the height. Quick adjustment of the hand to catch the landing, and your gymnast will be flying through straight backs in no time.